Hi everyone, how are you? Okay dears, welcome to our RANA SIR educational channel. Today I will solve some numericals which are based on vector analysis. So concept I have already described with you. Now here we have to use the concept in the question. Okay students, so you follow positively this live video and also you subscribe this educational channel and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friends and students so that they can also update their knowledge on this topic. Okay students, so you follow it positively. Now some additional information I am also going to tell you and you follow it positively. First of all, you have to take one notebook and one pen and then you sit at your location properly, positively and safely and you write those informations which are written on the blackboard and also data which are spoken by. Okay student, so you stay here from starting to in from starting to end for getting good concept, getting good knowledge on this topic. So I am going to start it positively and you follow it. Now here this is the class 11 physics that is available in English medium and also I will translate it into in Hindi. So students who are in Hindi medium, that is in UP board, those students can also understand the information in detail. Okay, now here we have to apply the concept in the numericals and you have to follow it positively. Now it is based on NCERT pattern and this is the chapter number 3 and its name is vector analysis. Okay, now here I am going to write one question and after writing that question we will find the requirement which are available in the question. Okay, so first of all I am going to write the question. Now this is the question number 1. I will say that question will be as I will write question number 1 that is written. If one vector is given, the given vector is available or which is equal to 2 vector I cap minus 3 vector j cap plus 0 vector k cap. This is a vector. Now we have to also arrange it like this. 2t vector I cap minus 3 t square vector j cap plus 0 into vector k cap. So this is the vector because vector is represented in the form of vector r in light green, but in broadly vector r I will write. Okay, so this and this symbol both are equal to equivalent because here I have taken like this vector r which is equal to 2t vector I cap minus 3t square vector j cap plus 0 vector k cap because vector k cap has as coefficient 0. Okay, now you have to find, so you have to find the velocity vt, find the velocity vt and acceleration at. This is the question number 1 and question number 2 that will be find the magnitude of v t and its direction where T is calculated in time, that is in second. T is calculated in second and R is calculated in meter. So these are the informations and we have to follow it positively for getting its right answer. Because here one vector is given, that is given. This means now we have to find the velocity of the given vector and also acceleration of the given vector. Now after getting the in second question, I have to find the magnitude of the vector dt when I have got here, and also we have to write its direction. Now here explanation is given. T is calculated in second and R is calculated in meter. So we have to follow it positively. Okay. Now this question I am going to translate it into English, in Hindi. This question I will translate here in Hindi. Okay. यहाँ पर कहा गया है कि एक वेक्टर R है जो वेक्टर इस t के फंक्शन में दिया गया है, लेकिन आई एक्स एक्सिस के अलांग वेक्टर आई कैप है, वाई एक्सिस के अलांग वेक्टर जे कैप है और के एक्सिस के अलांग जेड एक्सिस के अलांग वेक्टर के कैप है। इसमें कहा गया है कि वेलोसिटी के लिए एक्सप्रेशन फाइंड आउट कीजिए और ये जो होता है एग्जिस्ट करता है एक्सीलरेशन, इस वेक्टर के एक्सीलरेशन के लिए एक्सप्रेशन फाइंड आउट कीजिए। ओके, दिस इज द क्वेश्चन नंबर 1। नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 में कहा गया फाइंड द मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ द वेक्टर v, जो वेक्टर v मिला है, जो वेलोसिटी के लिए एक्सप्रेशन मिलेगा उस वेलोसिटी के लिए मैग्नीट्यूड फाइंड करना एंड ऑल्सो इट्स डायरेक्शन, और इसका डायरेक्शन भी, इसका डायरेक्शन का मतलब होता है दिशा भी। जहाँ t को कैलकुलेट किया गया है सेकेंड में और r को कैलकुलेट किया गया है मीटर में, तो इसके वैल्यू को प्रॉपरली यूज करेंगे। ओके स्टूडेंट, नाउ दिस इज द इंफॉर्मेशन एंड दिस इंफॉर्मेशन आई विल यूज to find the velocity of the particle and also acceleration of that particle. After getting, we have to find the magnitude of the velocity and also its direction. I will use properly and we will find its direction also, because here there is one question, but in this question there are 4 questions will be available. This is 1, 2, 3 and also 4. So one question has sub 4 questions, so I have to explain all per detail. Okay student, so this vector is important. Each and every student has to focus on this vector. Okay, now remaining data I will delete, and after deleting, that is after erasing, I will find the velocity and also its acceleration. Okay student, and then I will find its magnitude and also its direction. Now here I will write, first of all here I will write solution, because any question is started from solution. So vector r which is given 2t vector I cap minus 3t square vector j cap, and then here I will write 0 vector k cap. Okay, table data I will also use, because here I will get the value of velocity. So here I will use one information, one statement. Now differentiating, I will say this is the equation number 1. So positively I have to write here, this is the equation number 1. So here I will write differentiating d(i)(dft) r(en) t(i)k) t(i)n), differentiating on both sides of equation 1 we get, here I write to be get. After using this statement in the equation number 1, and then we will find another expression, that is differentiating on both sides. One side is r and other side is this value is available. So we will differentiate. For differentiating I will use symbol t divided by dt, and in the bracket I will write vector r, which is equal to, in the left hand side I will also write this expression, and still I will write in the right hand side between 2t into vector I cap. Now here I have to write 3t square into vector j. plus 0 vector A. So we have to write like this. Okay. So this statement I have used in equation number 1, and after using I have got this one. Now d upon dt into r, that is dr dt, its value is also known as dt. That is also known as dt. Now this is one term, this is second term, and this is third term. So I will multiply d upon dt in each term, and after multiplying I will get value. So I can write here d upon dt, in the bracket I write 2t into vector I curve. So in first term I have multiplied d upon dt. Now here minus sign is taken, so I will put there minus sign, and then d upon dt, in the bracket I have to write 3t square into vector j curve. Okay. Now here plus sign is taken, so I have to put here plus sign, and then I write d upon dt, in the bracket I write 0 vector a curve. So this is the required concept, because here one statement I have written, that is differentiating on both sides of equation 1 we get. So on both sides I have used d upon dt. This is the concept of differentiation in the each and every in both sides. So I will write dr upon dt, that is known as dt, because this function is available in the form of t. Okay. Now d upon dt I will multiply with each term. So first term is 2t into vector I minus 3t square vector z. This is the second term, and third term is 0 into vector a. Now here I have multiplied. Now I will use the concept of differentiation. So that concept I will use if d upon dx to the power is 0. So I will differentiate this function with respect to x. So after differentiating, the power of x will be before, and x to the power of minus 1, that will be minus 1. So one time I will differentiate, so I will get this value. So each and every student has to follow the second concept, that is any constant term is given, that differentiation of that constant term will be always 0. So each and every student has to follow this two formula, that is differentiation of function x to the power n with respect to x. I have to write this much, n into x to the power n minus 1, and d upon dx with and its coefficient and its value is available in the brackets, that is the constant thing. So differentiation of constant always I have to put value 0. So you have to follow it positively. Okay student. Now these two concepts I will apply here, and after applying I will get its value. Okay. So d r divided by dt, its value is v, that is velocity. Now I will erase above data, and after erasing above data, and I will simplify below data for reaching to the destination. Okay. So here I have to write dt which is equal to, here I will say, now this is a function that is available in the form of t. So 2 into vector I will take common, and then I will write like this, 2 into vector I cap, I will take its common, and then here I will d upon dt, and in the bracket I have to write here t. Okay. Now similarly I will get minus, so 3 vector j cap I will take common, and then I will put here d upon dt, in the bracket I have to write here t square. Okay. Similarly I will put here, now k will be vector k will be common, and then I will put here dt upon d0 upon dt. Now here 0 is a constant value, so its value will be 0. Okay student, if you are having any confusion, so you write your confusion in the comment section, and positively I will look, and then I will give the solution of your question in detail. Okay student, if you are understanding very well, so you like this live video, and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friends and students, so that they can also update their knowledge on this topic, and also simultaneously to subscribe this educational channel more and more. Okay student, so this is the class 11 quiz, and I will explain each and every topics in detail, and after explaining concept I am also giving the numericals on those topics. Okay, so this information I will also translate in Hindi, so student who are in Hindi medium or in UP board, those student can also understand very easily. Okay, यहाँ पर कहा गया है कि वेक्टर आर है, जो वेक्टर आर जो था कि एक फंक्शन में दिया गया है, इसमें जो था आर का वेलोसिटी को कैलकुलेट किया जा रहा है, इसलिए वेक्टर आर जो होता है वह एक डिस्टेंस को रिप्रेजेंट करता है डी आर पर dt, जो हम वेलोसिटी जानते हैं कि वेलोसिटी जो होता है डिस्प्लेसमेंट बटे टाइम होता है, तो डिस्प्लेसमेंट बटे टाइम को हम क्या लिखेंगे, वेलोसिटी लिखेंगे। अब यहाँ पर देख रहे हैं कि 2t i, इसमें 2 और i जो होता है कॉन्स्टेंट होता है, इसलिए हम डिफ्रेंसिएशन साइन से इसको बाहर लेंगे, और t का एक फंक्शन होता है, तो t को जो होता है t के रिस्पेक्ट में डिफ्रेंशिएट करेंगे एक बार। उसी तरीके से 3 और g जो होता है ये कांस्टेंट है, जिसको डिफ्रेंशिएशन साइन से बाहर लेंगे, और यहाँ पर टी स्क्वायर होगा, टी स्क्वायर को टी के रिस्पेक्ट में डिफ्रेंशिएट करेंगे। उसी तरीके से यहाँ पर के वेक्टर के जो होता है कांस्टेंट है, इसको बाहर लेंगे, और यहाँ पर 0 है, 0 बटे dt, किसी भी कांस्टेंट का डिफ्रेंशिएशन वो हमेशा 0 होता है, तो इसका वैल्यू जो होता है इसके जो एबव फार्मूला दिया गया उसके अकॉर्डिंग जो होता है फिल करेंगे। ओके स्टूडेंट, नाउ possibly I am going to erase 0 data and then I will simplify. So in the left hand side this is the velocity I will be written t. Now to vector I cap. Now here t has power 1, so I will use this formula. If variable has power n, so its power will be before and its power will be that power minus 1. So here I will write 1 into t to the power 1 minus 1. Okay, here I have to put 3 vector j, and same concept we will use. So here will be 2 into t to the power 2 minus 1. Now here this is the constant vector k into value of constant that will be 0. Now here every student has to know एक multiplication of 0 with any number, any quantity that will be 0. So here I have to put properly 0. Okay, now here I am going to simplify 2 vector I cap into 1 that will be this one, and here 1 minus 1 that will be 0, t to the power 0 minus, here I will take to the 6 vector j, and t to the power 2 minus 1 that will be 1. Now this value will be 0. Okay, so this value will be 0, so I have put there. So here I will write velocity of t which is equal to this much. Okay, now one information I am also going to say, if any variable has power 0, that's value will be 1. So here t to the power 0 that will be 1, so I can write here 2 vector I cap into 1 minus 6 vector j cap into t plus 0. Okay, so this is the expression one for the vt. This is the expression one for the vt. Now after simplify I will write separate. So here I am going to erase above data, and after erasing I will put its appropriate value, that is v of t which is equal to, I can write 2 vector I into 1 that will be 2 vector I. Now here 6 into vector j into t, so I will write here is 6t vector j. Now this term will be 0, so this is the velocity, and velocity has unit meter per second. Okay, now further I will also get acceleration value. Acceleration, for the acceleration I will also write here one information. I will write here again differentiating AGAIN, again differentiating REN again differentiating on both sides of equation number, I will say this is the equation number 2 of on differentiating on both side equation of equation number 2 of equation number 2 we get, and then here I write we get. So this statement I will use in the equation number 2, and then I will find. Here I can write d upon, here I write d upon dt, and here I have written like this. Here I will put d upon dt, and in the bracket I have to write 2 vector I cap minus 6 t vector j cap. So here I have written. Now d upon dt, v of t, its value is known as at, that is the acceleration. Now this is the change in velocity per unit time, that is known as acceleration. The definition of acceleration is the change in velocity per unit time, that is known as acceleration. So its value I will write here a of t, which is equal to this much. Here I will write d upon dt, in the bracket I have to write 2 vector I, and then here I write d upon dt and 6 t vector j cap. So I have to write, because this dt I will multiply with first term, and also I will multiply with second term. After multiplication I will get this term and also this term. So this is the required concept for getting the value of acceleration from the velocity value. Okay. So now further I am going to explain all the information in Hindi. So student who are reading in Hindi medium, those student can also know about this concept easily, and how we have to apply the concept of differentiation in the given vector. If vector is available in the form of t, that is vector has a function in t. Okay. सो हियर हम कहेंगे कि यहाँ पर जब एक बार अवकलन किए हैं, डिफरेंशिएशन का मतलब होता है अवकलन करना। जब हम जब जो दिए गए वेक्टर को जो अवकलन किए हैं तो एक वेग को मिला है, और उस वेग को फिर से हम डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे तो उस वेग को जो होता है त्वरण कहेंगे। त्वरण का मतलब होता है वेग परिवर्तन की दर को त्वरण कहते हैं। यहाँ पर वेग में परिवर्तन बढ़ते समय, वेग में परिवर्तन बढ़ते समय को हम त्वरण करते हैं। ये त्वरण को ए से लिखते हैं, और ये त्वरण का जो फंक्शन है टी के रिस्पेक्ट में। तो हम दोनों साइड में जो होता है डी बटे टी टी से जब डिफरेंशिएट किए हैं, अवकलन किए हैं, अवकलन करने के बाद से मैंने इस एक्सप्रेशन को पाया। अब डी बटे टी टी को प्रत्येक टर्म में जो होता है हम मल्टीप्लाई किए हैं। मल्टीप्लाई करने के बाद से हम इस कंसेप्ट को फिर से यूज करेंगे, और यूज करने के बाद से हम एक्सप्रेशन का वैल्यू पाएंगे। ओके। सो above information which is not necessary I will eliminate it, and after eliminating zero expression I will simplify. So here I have to write a of t which is equal to, now यहाँ पर जो होता है 2 वेक्टर I जो होता है कॉमन है, इस बिल्कुल वेक्टर I हम कॉमन ले लेंगे। यहाँ पर d बटे dt मिलेगा और यहाँ पर बच जाएगा। तो हम जानते हैं एक जो होता है कांस्टेंट है, कांस्टेंट का डिफरेंशिएशन क्या होगा, 0 होगा। उसी तरीके से हम यहाँ पर 6 वेक्टर जे कैप जो होता है कॉमन है, इसको बढ़ा लेंगे और डी बटे डी टी, और यहाँ पे एक टी बचेगा, इस टी को यहाँ पर रखेंगे। ओके। फर्दर इसको सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे तो हम देख रहे हैं यहाँ पर 2 वेक्टर आई कैप है, और जब एक का डिफरेंशिएशन करते हैं, एक होता है कांस्टेंट टर्म होता है, कांस्टेंट टर्म का डिफरेंशिएशन 0 का माइनस, यहाँ पर टी का पावर 1 है। तो अगर किसी वेरिएबल का पावर n होता है तो वो पावर पहले हो जाता है, उस पावर में से एक घटा देते हैं, एक सब्सट्रैक्ट करते हैं। तो यहाँ पर उस कंसेप्ट को यूज करेंगे 6 वेक्टर जे इंटू, यहाँ पर पावर 1 है तो 1 को लिखेंगे, इंटू टी टू दी पावर 1 माइनस 4 रखेंगे। ओके। तो किसी भी टर्म में जो होता है, किसी भी टर्म में अगर 0 से मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं वो टर्म 0 हो जाता है। यहाँ पर 6 वेक्टर जे इंटू 1 और टी टू दी पावर 1 माइनस 1 0 होगा। तो हम जानते हैं ऑलरेडी यहाँ पे एक्सप्लेन किए कि किसी वेरिएबल का और 0 होता है इसका वैल्यू 1 होता है, इसलिए इसका वैल्यू हम 1 सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे। यहाँ पर लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में ए ऑफ टी आया, एक्सीलरेशन का वैल्यू आया, तो एक्सीलरेशन का वैल्यू ए ऑफ टी का वैल्यू जो होता है, यह टर्म 0 हो गया, ए माइनस 6 वेक्टर जे कैप और इंटू 1 हो गया। इसको सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे तो 6 वेक्टर जे कैप, यह हमारा एक्सीलरेशन का एक्सप्रेशन होगा। इसलिए यह जो क्वेश्चन पूछा गया था उस क्वेश्चन का आंसर एक ये होगा और दूसरा आंसर जो इक्वेशन नंबर 2 है। ओके, तो dt का एक्सप्रेशन यह होगा और एक्सीलरेशन का एक्सप्रेशन यह होगा। इस तरीके से dt और एक्सीलरेशन के वैल्यू को हम फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं। अब इसका क्वेश्चन नंबर बी में कहा गया है कि जो वेलोसिटी आपने फाइंड आउट किया गया है उस वेलोसिटी को जो होता है उस वेलोसिटी का मैग्नीट्यूड फाइंड आउट कीजिए। हम जानते हैं किसी वेक्टर दिया होता है उसका मैग्नीट्यूड जो होता है हम लिखते हैं मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ दैट वेक्टर इज इक्वल टू स्क्वायर रूट के अंदर लिखते हैं ए एक्स का होल स्क्वायर प्लस ए वाई का होल स्क्वायर प्लस ए जेड का होल स्क्वायर। उसको स्क्वायर करके उसका वैल्यू को निकालते हैं, निकालने के बाद जो हम करते हुआ उस वेक्टर का मैग्नीट्यूड होता है। और डायरेक्शन निकालने के लिए हम हमेशा जानते हैं डायरेक्शन जो होता है परपेंडिकुलर डिवाइडेड बाई बेस होता है, उस फार्मूले को यूज करके हम डायरेक्शन को भी कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं। ओके स्टूडेंट, तो पॉजिटिवली आई विल इरेज इट। नाउ हम इसके वैल्यू को हम सेव करेंगे कि ए ऑफ टी का जो वैल्यू आया ये -6 वेक्टर जे कैप आया, -6 वेक्टर जे कैप। तो यहाँ पर एक आंसर, यहाँ पर इस आंसर को यहाँ पर सेव करके रखेंगे। ओके, एक आंसर वो होगा, दूसरा आंसर ये होगा। ओके, रेस्ट इंफॉर्मेशन को पॉजिटिवली हम यूज करेंगे। ओके, अब डी क्वेश्चन में कहा गया था कि जो वेलोसिटी है उस वेलोसिटी को का मैग्नीट्यूड फाइंड आउट कीजिए। तो हम जानते हैं अगर कोई भी वेक्टर ए दिया गया है और उस वेक्टर में ए एक्स वेक्टर आई कैप ए वाई वेक्टर जे कैप प्लस ए जे वेक्टर के कैप, तो इसका मैग्नीट्यूड अगर हमको निकालना होता है इसको मॉडुलस लेते हैं, इसके मॉडुलस लेते हैं तो एक फार्मूला बनता है ए एक्स होल स्क्वायर प्लस ए वाई होल स्क्वायर प्लस ए जे होल स्क्वायर। इस वैल्यू को हम यूज करेंगे। ओके, दिस इज द फार्मूला फॉर गेटिंग इट्स मैग्नीट्यूड। ओके, तो दिस इज द फार्मूला। तो हम मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ द वेक्टर भी लेंगे, वेलोसिटी भी लेंगे, उसके बाद से यहाँ पर 2 का स्क्वायर प्लस -6 होल स्क्वायर आई विल गेट इट्स वैल्यू दैट विल बी मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ द वेलोसिटी। ओके, so same formula I will use. So here I have to get magnitude of the velocity that will be in square root. Here I will put 2 whole square plus -6 whole square because the term is 0, so I can put here 0 whole square. So its value will be 2 to the 4 and here -6 that will be plus, so 6 36. So I can put its value will be 40 in the square root. So this is the modulus value. So modulus value, its value is also given here in meter per second. So this is the answer of second question, because here in the place of t I have to put 1 second that is given in the question. Okay, so I will use this concept because in this concept I can write one estimate also t whole square. So in the place of t I will put 1 second, so 6 into 1 that will be -6. So its square will be 36 and its square will be 4. So it's 36 plus 4 that will be 14. Okay, so here I have got the magnitude of the velocity. So magnitude of the velocity of the given vector, that is square in the square root 14, and its unit value meter per second, because velocity is the formula displacement divided by time interval. Okay, so this is the required answer of the written question. Okay student, now Next concept is also available. We have to find the direction of the resultant vector, that is direction of the Vt. Okay, so positively I am going to create it, and after creating I will split its direction also. Now its direction is tan phi. I have to write tan phi, that will be d y divided by dx. It means that dy, the coefficient of dy is minus 60 divided by dx, that is 2. So I will say 2 on the 2, 2 to the 2 3 the 6. So its value will be minus 3t. Now tan phi, which is equal to minus 3t, the value of t is given 1 scale. So here I will say minus 3 into 1, that will be minus 3. So tan phi which is equal to minus 3. Okay, further I can write tan phi which is equal to minus 3. So we have to find the value of phi, that will be tan inverse in the bracket I have to write minus 5. So this is the direction of the vector. This is the direction of the vector which is given in the question. Okay, so this is the answer. So I have already got the value of Pt, At, and also magnitude of the vector, magnitude of the velocity Pt, and also the direction of the speed Dt, that is written here 2 vector I cap minus 6t vector j cap. Its direction will be dy upon dx. So dy is available here minus 60. So I have written here minus 60, and dx is 2. So I have put here 2. So I have simplified it. 2 on the 2 and 2 3 is 6. So here will be 3 into 3, that will be minus 3t. Now here given t is equal to 1 second, we have to calculate its direction when t is equal to 1 second. So I have multiplied 3 into 1, that will be minus 3. Also here I have written separately tan phi which is equal to minus 3. It means that phi is equal to tan inverse minus 3. Okay, so all this information I will translate into Hindi. So student who are reading in Hindi medium, that is student who are reading in PP board, those student can also solve such type of question easily. Okay, because there is one simple vector and we have got 4 answer of the appropriate question. Okay, so I have already got value of Vt and value of At, and also the magnitude I have already calculated magnitude of the velocity and also direction of the velocity I have got here. Okay, so this is the compact question, and it is also based on NCERT pattern. So you have to follow it positively. If you will solve such type of question, so other question you can easily solve, because this vector is given in the part in the function of t. So one time I have differentiated. So after differentiating I have got velocity, and second time I have differentiated, so I have got acceleration. But in the case of velocity I have to take the direction and also magnitude of the velocity. Okay, so I have used the required concept for finding x answer. Okay student, if you are understanding very well, so you like this live video, and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friends and students, so that they can also update their knowledge on this topic. And simultaneously you also subscribe this educational channel more and more. Now here I am also going to take my educational channel is RANA SIR UP KUSHINAGAR. Okay, you follow. Now here this is the direction I have already interpreted here. Now I will take another question and also I will solve. Okay, you follow it positively to solve it. Okay, for solving. So this question, this concept and its solution I will erase, and after erasing I will take another question for giving its solution. Okay student, if you are getting any confusion, so you write your information in the comment section, and positively I will see your comment, and then I will give the appropriate solution of your comment. Okay, positively. So you have to take each and every concept positively, because positively simply and properly you have to follow it, because these are the guidelines for solving the question which are given technically in the book. Okay, now here I am going to take to solve question number 2. Suppose that here I am taking vector A whose value is available 3 vector I cap and minus 2 vector j cap and minus vector k cap, and vector t is also available here minus 2 vector I cap plus j vector plus j vector j cap and then 5 vector k cap. Okay, now question is that one vector is perpendicular to other. It means that I will say this is the vector A here that is available, and this is the vector B, and vector D is perpendicular to vector A. It means that the angle between these two vectors will be 90 degrees. So we have scalar product. Here we have to write scalar product. Scalar product of vector A and vector B, which is equal to vector A dot vector B, which is equal to magnitude of the vector A into magnitude of the vector B into cos theta. Okay, now here theta I have calculated that is available 90 degrees, so I will put in this expression theta, the value of theta, which is equal to 90 degrees. So I will multiply here, and after multiply I will write vector A dot B, which is equal to magnitude of the vector A into magnitude of the vector B into here I have to in the place of theta 90 degrees. Okay, so I know cos 90 degree which has value 0. Okay, so that value I will substitute here, and after substituting I will get its value. So here I will say magnitude of the vector A into magnitude of the vector B into here I will multiply with 0. Now any number which is multiplied with 0, that will be 0. It means that here I will write vector A dot vector B, which is equal to 0. This is the required condition. If the dot product of two vector is 0, it means that vector A and vector B will be perpendicular to each other. Okay students, so you have to follow it positively. Now I will write the expression that is the formula of the vector A and also the formula of the vector B. Okay, so above some term I will erase, because this is also formula, and this formula each and every student has to write in the notebook for revision purpose. Okay, so this is the formula, and each and every student has to write on your notebook for revision purpose, because A is a vector and B is another vector. So these two vectors will intersect at a certain point. So I will get there are 4 angles, but vertical opposite angles will be equal. So I will get there will be angle. Now here one vector is A and another vector is B. Here I have got 4 angles 1, 2, 3 and 4. So vertical opposite angle will be equal to each other. So one angle will be theta, so other angle will be 150 minus theta. So you have to follow it positively to get its answer. Now one vector is given A and other is B. So what will be its multiplication? So I will write its multiplication clearly. So that multiplication will be as. So here I will say one vector is A and other is B. So the A dot B, it means that here I write AX vector I cap. This is the write in general form. Ay vector j cap plus az vector k cap. I have to write here, and then I will take its dot product. So its dot product will be dx vector I cap dy vector j cap plus dz vector k cap. I have to write here. So after multiplication, I will say ax into dx plus ay into dy plus az into dz. So I have to write it close to b, because the a dot b, which is equal to this must be both vectors are perpendicular to each other. So this is the identity, that is, this is the formula when theta is 90 degree between the vector a and b. So I will get this expression. So the a dot b, which is equal to 0, it means that I will take multiplication of these two vectors, and then I will say. So if in this condition both vector after taking multiplication I will get 0, it means that vector a is perpendicular to vector b. Okay, we have to write this information. Now further I am going to erase, and if any vector which has a constant that is m, so we have to find the value of m by using this concept, because vector a which is perpendicular to vector b. So a dot b which is equal to this much, I will use this concept. So here I will say vector a dot b which is equal to, I have to write, so ax into bx means 2 into 3 into minus 2, I have to write here positively, I will write plus ay is minus 2, I have to write it in bracket, and dy that is 1, and again I will write here plus and az is minus m, and dz is minus 5, I have to write here. Okay, so the formula I will erase, and then I will solve. So I will simplify 3 to the 6, so that will be minus 6, and 2 into 1, that means 2 into 1, that will be 2, and here I will say minus plus, so here will be 5 here. So a dot b I have got here, a dot b is equal to, I will simplify here, minus 6 minus 2, that will be minus 8, and plus here is 5. So a dot b, vector a dot b I have got value, that is minus 8 plus 5. Okay student, so this information I will also translate in Hindi, so student who are reading in Hindi medium, those student can also read easily. Okay, यहाँ पर कहा गया है कि एक वेक्टर इस फॉर्म में, दूसरा वेक्टर इस फॉर्म में है कि एक वेक्टर जो है दूसरे पर परपेंडिकुलर, एक वेक्टर जो है दूसरे सेकेंड वेक्टर पर परपेंडिकुलर है, परपेंडिकुलर उन पर लंबवत है। इसका मीनिंग यह हो कि वेक्टर ए और वेक्टर बी का बीच की डिग्री जो है 90 डिग्री होगा। हम जानते हैं cos 90 डिग्री 0 होता है, तो हम स्केलर प्रोडक्ट में हम लिए थे एक वेक्टर ए और वेक्टर बी विच इज इक्वल टू मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ द वेक्टर ए इंटू मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ द वेक्टर बी इंटू cos का 90 डिग्री 0 हो जाता है, इसलिए ए और बी विच इज इक्वल टू 0। तो ए और बी का वैल्यू जो होता है हम फार्मूला से निकालने के आया है, और ये जो होता है 0 के बराबर हुआ, क्योंकि दोनों वेक्टर एक दूसरे पर परपेंडिकुलर है। तो ए डॉट बी के वैल्यू को हम सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे, तो ए डॉट बी का वैल्यू जो होता है -8 प्लस 5m विच इज इक्वल टू 0। इसको हम लिख सकते हैं 5m विच इज इक्वल टू 8, बिकॉज यहाँ पर 8 जो है लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में प्लस माइनस है, तो राइट हैंड साइड में जाएगा तो प्लस हो जाएगा, और यहाँ पर 5 के साथ m मल्टीप्लाई है, m के साथ 5 मल्टीप्लाई है, तो इक्वल साइन को उधर जाएगा तो डिवाइड हो जाएगा। इसलिए जो हमने कांस्टेंट कर था उस कांस्टेंट टर्म की वैल्यू को हम इवेल्युएट किए, इवेल्युएट करने के बाद से इसके वैल्यू को मैंने ऑब्टेन किया, वो वैल्यू m इज इक्वल टू 8 डिवाइडेड बाई 5। तो दिस इज द आंसर ऑफ द रिव्यू क्वेश्चन। ओके स्टूडेंट, तो एक जो क्वेश्चन दिया गया था उस क्वेश्चन का जो होता है ये नियम जो होता है एप्रोप्रिएट वैल्यू है। ओके स्टूडेंट, अगर इस वीडियो को आपको अच्छा लगा हो तो इस वीडियो को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लाइक करें, शेयर करें, सब्सक्राइब करें और इस वीडियो में जो भी पॉइंट जो होता है समझ में नहीं आया हो, उस नहीं आया है या कोई भी क्वेरी है या कोई भी डाउट है तो उस डाउट को जो है कमेंट सेक्शन में लिखें, लिखने के बाद सेंड करें पॉजिटिवली, मैं लुक करूँगा। अगर वो इन्फॉर्मेशन जो पॉजिटिवली है तो उसका एक सॉल्यूशन प्रोवाइड करेंगे। ओके स्टूडेंट, यू फॉलो इट पॉजिटिवली। ओके, एंड ऑल्सो यू शेयर दिस एजुकेशनल चैनल मोर एंड मोर, दैट इज एजुकेशनल चैनल इज राना सर UP कुशीनगर। ओके, नाउ this is the next, this is the second concept, because one vector is perpendicular to other vector. If any vector will be given, how we have to calculate the velocity of the vector, acceleration of the vector, and also magnitude of the vector, and also direction of the vector I can take. Okay, so all the information, that is all concept of the vector analysis I have explained. Remaining concept I will also explain, and then I will solve some numerical questions on this topic. Okay, you follow it possibly properly and safely also. Now I will take another question, that is the question number 3, and but its concept I will explain one time, so each and every student can understand its concept in detail. Because if I will take here one vector, that is vector I cap into vector I cap. So both vector will have same direction and magnitude is also equal. It means that its value will be 1. So another vector I am going to take J, and another vector is also J, because both vectors are parallel to each other. So angle between these two vectors will be 0 degree. So cos 0 degree, which is equal to, I can put here cos 0 degree, which is equal to 1. Similarly, I will take vector A cap dot vector A cap. Its the angle between these two vectors will be 0 degree, and cos 0 degree, which is equal to 1. So each and every student have to follow this in detail. Okay. Now next concept I am also going to explain. One vector is I and another vector is J. So angle between these two vectors, along this I will say this is the vector I and this is the vector J. So angle between these two vectors will be 90 degree. So here I have to write 90 degree and cos 90 degree. Its value will be 0. So I vector I dot vector J, that will be 0. Similarly, I will say vector J into vector A. Its value will be 0, and vector A cap into vector I cap. Its value will be 0, because the angle between these two vectors will be 0 degree. So cos 0 degree, which is equal to 0. Okay. So this concept you have to remember. Okay. Next topic I have to also explain, that is the scalar product of two vectors. That is scalar product. Scalar product of two vectors. Scalar product of two vectors. It means that one vector is A and another vector is B. So its value will be as magnitude of the vector A into magnitude of the vector B into cos theta. It means that one vector is placed along this, that is the vector A, and other vector is placed along this, that is the vector B. So angle between these two vectors I have to consider theta. So that theta. So that scalar product will be given by this formula A or vector A or vector B, which is equal to magnitude of the vector A into magnitude of the vector B into cos theta. This is the required concept, and you have to know it. Okay. Now if vector A, which is perpendicular to vector B, vector A is perpendicular to vector B, it means that vector A dot vector B, it will have value, it will be 0. It means that ax dx plus ay dy plus az into bj, its value will be 0. Okay. So you have to know it clearly, because the angle between these two vectors will be 90 degree and cos 90 degree, which is equal to 0. information I am going to write here question. So each and every student has to know clearly. So cos 90 degree which is equal to 0. Okay. So A dot B which is equal to B, it means that I will say vector A is perpendicular to vector B, R vector B is perpendicular to vector A. So in this case I will take this expression, that is AX dx plus AY dy plus AZ bz which is equal to 0. I will also say vector A and vector B perpendicular to each other. Okay. So this is the required concept, and this concept you have to know positively. Okay. After erasing the remaining concept, I will also explain. Okay. Now here I will say magnitude of the vectors. Suppose that we have to get magnitude of the vectors. So magnitude of the vector is R, and it is written as vector A whole square plus vector B whole square plus 2 magnitude of the vector A into magnitude of the vector B into cos theta. So I will use an analytical method to find the sum of vectors, that will be this, and direction of the vector. So that will be, I will write here vector B magnitude of the vector B into sin theta. Divided by, I have to write here vector A magnitude of the vector A into magnitude of the vector B into cos theta. This formula will give the direction of the resultant vector. So we have to also remember this formula for getting the resultant vector, magnitude of the resultant vector, and also direction of the resultant vector. So these are the two formula, and we have to use it in analytical method when sum of two vectors are given in the bracket. Okay. After explaining this one, and I will also explain it, the difference of the vectors is also given, so we can also find the appropriate formula, that will be resultant vector R which is equal to vector A minus vector B, because one vector will be subtracted from other. So this is the resultant vector, but we have to get magnitude vector. So here will be, in the place of B I will put here minus, so here minus will be given as R vector R which is equal to, I have to write here in the square root A square plus B square minus 2AB and cos theta. This is the magnitude of the resultant vector when subtraction is occurring. Okay. So these are the required concepts. Okay, and you have to follow it positively. Okay, student, if you are understanding all the information very easily, so you like this live video, and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friend and students, so that they can also update their knowledge on this topic. And simultaneously I will say this education channel, you subscribe more and more. Okay, student. Now if you have any query, any doubt, any issue regarding to this topic, then you write your query in the comment section, and positively I will observe, and after observing I will give the appropriate solution of your question. Okay, positively. So you have to follow all these information, and if you are understanding those informations, also write in your notebook for the revision purpose. Okay. So always I will be online with you on the same time, that is time interval. I am also going to write here time interval will be 30 minutes past 30 minutes past 7 p.m. up to here I have to write up to 30 minutes past to 8 p.m. So you have to follow it positively. During this interval I will teach the physics class 11 physics free online coaching classes, and follow it to take its advantage, because if any student who miss the any chapter or any class, any uh, uh, video, so those students need to go in my video section, and from there you go in my playlist section, and there all data I have organized. That is class 11 physics, class 11th math, class 12 physics, and class 12 math. I have already explained concept, and I have already solved numericals which are available with the help of concept. Okay, so all numericals, all concept has appropriate numericals. Okay, if those questions you will solve, so no need to solve another question. If any question will be asked in your exam or in your competitive exam, so you can easily solve. Okay, class 10 mathematics and physics I have also prepared in both language, that is in English language and also in Hindi language. That is all are already available there. So you go in my playlist section, and you will find all videos in Hindi and English video. So from there you can learn easily. Okay, and all data are available free online, so you take its advantage. Okay student, so thank you for watching this live video, and I am going to disconnect the communication with you, and I will also meet with you on the same time. Therefore I am going to terminate communication with you. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind, Rana Sir.